Well, welcome to Ettalong Bowling Club for the BCIB Grade 1 Open Pennant State Finals. We're kicking off here with our round one match, and it's Windang from the Illawarra region up against Narrandera from Riverina Murray. And as their players are completing their second trial end, we'll run through our team lists for this round one clash. Our stream rink features Dave Tyrrell, Damien, Lateo, Daniel Doyle and Jordan Taylor from Windang taking on Wes Kiley, Gary Ingram, Johnny Ingram and Lincoln Gooley from Narrandera. Our other two rinks adjacent to us, Adam Blades, Jeff Gopher Walker, Glenn Taylor and Daniel Ellum taking on Duncan Spencer, Jack Harrison, Peter Dernan and David Ivanoff. And our third rink, our New South Wales under-18 Blues superstar Zoe Davies leading up for Paul Cable, Greg Stevens and Rick Malley. And they're taking on David Hoffman, Richard Dernan, Sean Geringer and Matthew Thornton. Well, we're just about to get underway and have the action in earnest. During this game, of course, you'll be able to catch up with some progress scores from the other venues. It might take a little while to come through. We'll have to wait for them all to get on the board. That'll be underneath our main scoreboard in the top right. And the three rinks from this match will update throughout the game. Big shout out of thanks to our ongoing partner in presenting our state pennant finals in BCIB, Bowling Club Insurance Brokers. Been a long-term supporter of bowls right across New South Wales. We do thank the team at BCIB for their ongoing support. So we're about to get underway. First, jack being rolled. Dave Tyrrell, the bowls coordinator at Windang, does a fantastic job. Lovely guy as well. He'll get us underway for the first delivery of this match. Starting off in the backhand, the green's here in immaculate condition until most of the players have got a jumper on. It is a little bit on the chilly side. Not too bad, but just a bit cool, as it has been right across the state. Dave's opening bowl, a metre or so short. Wes Kiley, good place to start. Just a little bit on the through side. And Dave be looking for probably a good metre and a half on his opening bowl. Narrandera, of course, in the southwest of the state, heart of the Riverina. Windang on the northern shore of Lake Illawarra, near the coast. The southernmost town in Wollongong City Council, along that road. The bridge over the lake at Windang is the border between Wollongong City and Shell Harbour. Well, Gary Ingram, very good bowl. Sorry, that's Damien. Lateo's the orange and white, the maroon and white. This one's Gary Ingram. Gary's just going to crash into, that's Dave Tyrrell's bowl rolled up. Damien needs very little correction on his opening effort. He just pinched that grass and the weight as well. Gary Ingram, he's got a better line on this one. Just needs this to be a little bit more forceful. It'll come in to be probably fourth shot there. Daniel Doyle. Former junior player at Windang. That's a great effort from Daniel. It's a little toucher. John Ingram. Narrandera players always there or thereabouts at the top end of Riverina Murray events and rep teams. This is Windang's second year in the top grade after pushing their way up from grade 2. Daniel Doyle just didn't quite give that one enough. Rink and Gooley wants John to play through that head now. They've got their own bowl to turn up. In between two Dave Tyrrell bowls. We get the right one, and he has. Pushes it through for second shot. Very well played. The two highlight bowls from this end. Daniel Doyle's toucher. And the last bowl there from Johnny Ingram. He played through the head to turn up. Give them a good second shot. Jordan Taylor's bowl on its way down now. Wants to just get around. Lincoln Gooley, he's going to look for the forehand just to try to arrive down to the shot bowl. He's got the one right behind and one just off to the right of screen. Any contact on the jack is good. Just gone a little wide. Jordan to be, yep, and that's exactly what Daniel Doyle indicates to Jordan. Might want to cover those two up. Just getting an idea of how much more weight he needed than his first. Oh, it looks like they're hoping it'll run a bit quicker. Oh, to be happy with that result, giving him a second shot and some position. Lincoln Gooley, it was very close with his first. This one looks to be just holding a bit wider. Dave Tyrrell's bowl punched across, but it'll be 2 shots to Illawarra team. Windang. Dave Tyrrell out on a good line here. Not sure he's got the right speed though. He's still going to be A little bit short with that first bowl. Well, just got a message through from the team at... It's the Bowls New South Wales team who are at Wagga. A little bit frosty there this morning, so we might be slightly later start in Wagga. That's the grade 4. Oh, Dave there just indicating he felt he was a bit wide. And good bowling from Wes Kiley. Got a couple of shots there. Second one, very good correction. Would not expect the short one to still be in the count at the completion of this end. Damien Lateo. They look like mainly Warringah supporters bowls. They sit very nicely with the bowls coordinator here at Edelong, Johnny Roberts. Very keen Eagles supporter. And we do thank John for his fantastic efforts here at Edelong in preparing for this event. The green staff have done a great job as well. All 4 greens look in magnificent condition. One shot to Windang at the moment. Oh, Gary Ingram, great effort. It's just not quite got down enough. Fair bit of traffic on that right-hander's backhand side. The right-hand side of screen. Although there is a nice draw shot there for Daniel Doyle if he wants to. He's not going to. He's going to play up on the forehand side where there's a lot more clear air. Just wants this to get down. Would love it to be behind, but it's going to be just a bit more short traffic. The Narrandera boys, though, they're going to play that backhand side. A couple of their own bowls on the way in. They can promote. They just get past. There is their own chance to sit the shot bowl. Does give them a lot more in the head, so, and opens up the path to Damien Lateo's orange, or maroon, not orange. Does mean Daniel's going to change hands. He's going to try and draw to that, but hasn't quite sent this one out on the right line. He's just going to be underneath his previous bowl. Finishes at the back. Chance here for Narrandera just to turn Damien Lateo's bowl through. Could be holding a multiple if they do. Looks to be on a decent line for that shot as well. Very close, and he's got it. Great bowl from Johnny Ingram. Watch that one again. Gets it out on the right line. Probably wanted a slightly bigger piece of it to push it right through. He's turned it through to get, I think it might be just the one. Jordan Taylor. His backhand. Well, he's got the line right, but hasn't quite sent it. Still a chance here for Narrandera to sit that Damien Lateo bowl over a couple of rolls and bring another few bowls in. Thinking Gooley, he's too tight for that. He's got the weight for it. Just going to run through. It's not a bad home, though. Covers a couple of the Windang bowls towards the back of the rink. Jordan looking for, well, he's looking for nearly 2 metres. Very close. Very good bowl from Jordan Taylor. Drops down for shot. Lincoln Gooley, he wants to get to that one. I don't think he's quite got the line. He's going to crash on the short ones. So that'll be one further shot to Jordan Taylor's team. Try and get the other rink scores in. Dave Tyrrell, a little bit short again, so 3 opening ends. Dave has left his first bowl a little on the short side. We're expecting a little bit of pace, just a bit of coolness in the air this morning. I just dropped that little bit of pace off from when they had their practice yesterday. Where's Kiley? He's about jack high, just the grass a little off. He shot. Good correction from Dave. I will declare a slight bias here. I play in the Illawarra region, so I do know all of these Windang players, some better than others. Played against them a number of times. Do try to keep it even though. Where's Kiley? Couple of good opening bowls for a lead. Damien Lateo, pretty well pointed, wants to get the sit and stay. Well, I think it's 1 in, 1 out. Very good position though. Chance for Gary Ingram to just draw down to those bowls though. He's just going to crash on Dave's shorter bowl. Damien doesn't need to change very much on this delivery. Probably just a little bit less weight. He's gone a little wider. Not too bad a home. Shout out to everybody watching on. All supporting your region. What a great bowl from Gary Ingram. Draws the shot, covers it up as well. Not a very good look at this for the Windang team, so Gary Ingram's bowl on its way down. Very well played. Daniel Doyle just playing a little reaching shot up on the forehand. Wants to get underneath that shorter blue bowl. Oh, he's got the edge and got the splat on it. It'll be very close to being out of bounds. Just needs to arrive. That'll be the shot. Good safe bowl. Get that first shot in, make sure you come in bounds. Want to be very close to the boundary line. And Daniel, he might, well, it'll be very close to the boundary as well. The blue line is very close to the boundary, yep, and they've picked it up. Sometimes better off just to play that slightly safer line than try and play the absolute draw. Well, that's a fantastic bowl. High fives from his teammates, low fives. Very well deserved. Gary Ingram. Jordan Taylor, couple down, jack out near the boundary peg. Gonna reach. Might just run a little too far. In fact, it's probably 3 or 4 shots here before that to Narrandera. I may have just snuck in for 3rd shot, maybe 4th. Be close between that and the blue and white bowl, about jack high. That will be at least 3 to Narrandera at the moment. Jordan Taylor needs to lose, best part of 2 metres. He got his teammates' interest. Well, that's a great save from Jordan Taylor. Cuts it back to 1. There is an opportunity here for Lincoln Gooley, though. He can try and get rid of that bowl. Choose your weight. Just make sure you don't take the jack out of bounds. Can play it inside out on the backhand. Just try and push it through and stay. May elect just to go quick and try and rip this out. He's lining up on that backhand side. Does look like he's going to use solid weight. Wants Jordan Taylor's bowl clean. Does not look excited. Oh, and he's got his own. Well, that's disaster. Just hope that's not a battery flattener for the Narrandera boys that are on the verge of picking up a multiple and rip their own out and drop a single. So if you have just joined us, we're at Edalong for the 24-25 BCIB Grade 1 Open Pennant State Finals. We're featuring the match between Windang from Illawarra region, and they're up against Narrandera from Riverina Murray. Windang's got the better of the start across all three rinks in the opening end, or 2 or 3. There will be some progress scores coming through up in the top right of screen is our main scoreboard. Underneath that, progress scores. Just a reminder, they might be a little delayed from Wagga. Message from our Bowls New South Wales team was it was a bit of a frosty start there this morning, so slight delay to the start of play. Where's Kiley's got Narrandera off to a good start here, but Damien Lateo, he's drawn shot with that one. Gary Ingram. It's a nice shot here just to arrive to that Lateo bowl, sit it, or just tuck that jack round the corner. He's got the little pump through, made it back to 2. Damien Lateo. His first one was a very good one, just needs to repeat that. Got a little more intent on this, I think. He's looking for the sit of the shot bowl. Just with that more intent, it's just held its line. But very good home, just in behind, 2 feet on the centre line. And Gary Ingram, he'd love to draw to that bowl, cover it up. Just probably a little cautious with the weight there, slightly under the line. Daniel Doyle makes his way to the mat. He's got an opportunity here, Daniel, to play either hand. Probably going to stick with that forehand with a bit more air that's clear on the path in. He's playing a very attacking line here. Might need a little bit of help. Well, it's a great result. Got the green bowl through, so it's now 3 Windang bowls sitting just in behind the jack. Narrandera will need to get another one in there in a bit of a hurry. Probably a bit fortunate there for Daniel with that tight line. We got Wes Kiley's bowl through the head. Wants this to get in. Well, it's finished jack high. Still an opportunity here for Windang just to arrive. Turn that jack just 50, 60 centimetres. Daniel's well under the line again. He's going to get a bit of love as well. Well, he's got a couple of decent results out of that. Got the edge of Dave Tyrrell's bowl and ran up to be jack high. Very important for Narrandera to get another one in that head. John Ingram. Fairly tight line here. Turn his own's not too bad if he gets to the outside of it. Great home though. Very well played. So they wanted a bowl in that head. And there's John Ingram's bowl. Just comes and sits down that. Don't think he's got second out of it. Jordan Taylor could very well still rip out that shot bowl and be lying a couple. He's also played that little bit of weight. Oh, well. It's a bit lucky. Got the slide. Things running Windang's way at the moment. Going to play a little bit of weight to that bowl. Wants that jack to go either a little bit or a lot. Very close. Well, not sure what the result is there. Well, it's an interesting setup. The all grey bowl on the way in is Daniel Doyle. Actually, that one is the grey and green from Lincoln Gooley that's sitting on the centre. Jordan's going to go big. Got straight through. Might have made three then. Lincoln Gooley under a bit of pressure again. They're liking it. Oh, and he's just got the hole. Very good effort, but the big drive from Jordan Taylor pays off for three. Jack back towards the tee. Matt's probably 3 metres up, so longer length. And Dave Tyrrell, yep, he's getting that first bowl up there now. Kiley just hanging a little bit on the wide side. Weight's okay. Not much correction needed from Dave. Wants this to keep running. Yeah, a couple of good bowls. Good correction on the grass from Wes. In behind, very good home. Oh, just needs to stay. Yeah, it's in. Good home. If you're going to miss, you miss long, is the basic rule. Damien Lateo played pretty well so far. Put a lot of bowls in the right area. Just playing up on that backhand. Up and over Dave Tyrrell's. Won't mind this missing and going back to match that green bowl at the back. That's what it's done. They're happy with that position. And Gary Ingram. I don't mind the idea, it just hasn't quite got the width on that. Speed's not too bad at all for a draw. Damien takes, well, 1.5 metres actually. Still be half a metre through. Just going to drop around. Near perfect, that bowl. Great home. There's a little bit of pressure here for the Narrandera guys again. So they haven't had the rub of the green so far. That one's just on the tight side. Didn't mind the attacking nature. They do need to make sure they get a couple of bowls in there. Don't want to drop any multiples. Just need to hang on at the moment. Usually we'll find that the luck will even itself out across a game. At the moment, they haven't had any of the luck. Daniel Doyle. Want this to just run it out. Well, it counts. Just short of Jack High. And Johnny Ingram. Just going to play the open forehand to try and draw one in. There is room there just to get around Dave Tyrrell's bowls. Drop into the jack. And Johnny Ingram, very close. He's just going to run through. Sits on the Damien Lateo bowl. Cuts it down to probably 2. Good effort. Just through to the back. John Ingram can just take half a metre or so. He's going to play the more attacking option through Dave Tyrrell's bowls. Try and play the sit and stay. Either one or both. Got them both. Great bowl. Watch that one again. Just enough weight to get a little contact on both bowls. Push one through, sit the other. I made just the one, I think. Close to 2. Oh, Jordan Taylor, great effort. Second shot. Lincoln Gooley, he can draw up on this backhand side. Little contact on his shot bowl is okay. Because it's got John Ingram's bowl. Even better now. Oh, it's just slid past a little. Jordan, though, he can arrive to his own bowl. One little stand it up is good. Even if the bowl, Jack does just dribble back a bit. Travels back 40 centimetres or so. Still be only the one down. Given this every chance to just turn his own half a roll. Just going to run past. Great effort. I think it's just a dead draw now for Lincoln. In fact, they take the shot. They move the mat back a little bit from previous ends. Jack's not quite as far up, so fairly similar sort of length than we've played previously. Wes not quite got the speed with his first. Do you think the neighbouring Rink scoreboard might not be up to date? I think there's a couple more to go on for Narrandera, but just reporting what's on those scoreboards. Where's not much correction on this one. Dave just needs to get this right out. No, he hasn't got that great correction either. Not too bad a line from Gary Ingram. I think it's just under. Yeah, only a bowl or so. Very good bowl. Need to be out towards the boundary peg line. Not too bad from Damien Lateo here. Just needed a bit more speed. That one's not the road. Gary Ingram is holding one. Really, repeat your last. You've come just inside that last one. Don't try and go underneath. He pulled that. Just got scared, I think, of that Damien Lateo bowl. Damien just needs to add fraction of weight. Quite a bit narrower. Got a little touch and ran through. Well, they're just looking for the backhand side for the right-hander here. Bit of a tight line. And a little unlucky. He's just turned Damien Lateo's bowl up to be definite shot. Daniel Doyle, I think he's drawn another one there. Just trailed that back to make two. John Ingram, a little on the tight side. Jordan wants him out on the other side of the rink. Thinks they need a bit of cover. A couple of Narrandera bowls out there. He's going to be underneath the line that Jordan really wanted, but will count. So that drive to make the 3 a couple of ends ago. Rink and Gooley trying to draw. Jordan. Just going to be a little on the short side there. Lincoln wants this just to hold and get down there. I think he's got the speed. Chance for Jordan Taylor to draw a 4th here, I think. Just needs to get around his own. Yep, he's into the pack. That's the 4th one. Great bowl from Jordan Taylor. So 11-1 on our feature rink. And we should have Gary Eggleton now with us. Hello, Gary.
Andrew, how you going?
Not too bad at all.
Beautiful day up on the Central Coast. Just been out and about. Conditions are perfect, just a slight breeze out there. And as you can see, this TV game just watched the last end. Green starting to turn a bit more now. Bowls cutting the head.
Yeah, just a little bit of speed coming up. Windang certainly got the better of the start. I do think they've had the better of the luck as well. Maybe they've earned a little bit of that with some good bowls, but a couple of little rubs of the green gone their way. They need to really capitalise on that now, because I reckon it balances itself out by the end of it. The clash.
Yeah, it all turns around.
You'd hope it would anyway. A couple of times I think the Narrandera fellas have been a bit stiff. And of course, Gary, you're a local here.
Yeah, play here at Edelong. Help JR out in the office, the bowls.
Gary Ingram, backhand draw. Damien Lateo's drawn. Looks like it's shot. the maroon and white. It's just short of Jack High to the left of our screen. Where's Kiley set up this head pretty well for Narrandera though. He's got the two green bowls just in behind the Jack. Good leading.
Playing his backhand, it's taking grass out there. Now the breeze is coming from the west, so we'll be pushing across.
Does not want to touch her. Great home.
Great
Very
home,
good. Still there for Narrandera just to draw up. The value of trailing is not quite as great.
It's close here.
Might want to trim the first 10 seconds or so.
Oh, it's just flopped out.
Oh, he'd be close to shot there, I think, Ego. Daniel, I think he'll have to play his backhand. Can get a little touch with good weight and be a benefit.
He's got good weight here. From where I'm watching, he's very close. He's played it, great bowl.
Well, he's trailed it right through, so that's one and hidden it away. Narrandera fellas, they can play backhand up through their own bowl. The green bowl just on the edge of the shadow there. Any roll on it's going to be beneficial.
Yeah.
Hit the inside, you'll flop towards it and get a better second.
Gets the inside edge, you can nearly get that shot bowl as well.
He's just going to be a little tight. Okay, I can see the scoreboards. The other scoreboards, just updated those.
Jordan Taylor's out to a good lead, 11-1.
We've played 17 ends, it's 22-11.
I think this will be one of the most open Grade 1 pennant finals I've seen, Andrew.
Yeah,
A lot of people this morning saying, who do you think will win? And I said, I can't pick one. It's going to be one of those events where whoever fires in the game.
I think the important thing here is going to be to get to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Just make sure you get through your section and just play a couple of big bowls when it counts. Maybe more than a couple at this pointy end.
If we don't get any rain the next couple of days, the greens are going to be beautiful pace. I'd say they'll be up around the 15, 16, easy.
Well, there is a prediction for a little bit of rain over the next couple of days, but only around a millimetre or so at most. It's one of those forecasts where I think they're just hedging their bets and saying, well, you might get a little bit. And it's not too cold out there. There's plenty of players, just the short sleeves.
Great effort. Yeah, the sun's nice and warm out there.
I think that might be a couple of shots there now. I think Jordan Taylor got in. So Lincoln Gooley.
He's going to crash into the white.
Don't know if he had quite enough weight. Well, beat your last one, Jordan. Don't need to be an absolute, you just need to count. Just needs to get inside the white one at the back. I think it's just going to hold on him.
Just going to run past.
Just needs to give this one a chance. The tight line's okay because it's his own bowl. If he can get past his short one, and oh, they've forgotten already. That's their first blot on the standing in front of the centre line. Oh, was that 3 shots that Daniel just... No, it's 2. He indicated a 2. So Windang running away with it on this rink. Not getting it all their own way on the other 2. You play much bowls yourself, Gary?
Yeah, I love me Pennants. I think Pennants is the best event. Your team of 12. We've got our regional zone triple starting next Saturday. So, new year kicking off. It's all straight back into it.
Do love the out representing your club where 3 rinks count.
Yep. Just got to worry about that big board. You could be getting beat, but sometimes it's better to not play your last bowl and drop a 1
and take a chance.
Cover that big board.
One of my pet peeves, and I know it's from our mate the Albatross as well. We agree on something, and that is the people who come back and you say, "Oh, how'd you go?" "Oh, we won our rink." I say you lost. No, we won our rink. Well, that doesn't matter. The big board. What happened there?
Very common call, that one, isn't it? Oh yeah, we won our rink. No biggies, lost overall.
It's a funny dynamic though. Sometimes you're just willing to accept that the big board's gone and fight to get that 1 point in the sectional play.
And it's a bit like when you talk to a skip. How'd you go? "Oh, we got beat. I had nothing in the head." But when they win, the skip had a blinder.
Yeah. Doos firmly reckon they leads and seconds win you the game.
Yep.
The most important position. But it is all about the 4 players. You can't do it all by yourself.
No, good lead's worth $1 million.
Well, I've always said that the skipper gets the glory because they play the spectacular shot. And they're the one that sits the bowl to make a 2, or they have the big drive that rips the jack back. You can't do it if the lead, second and third, don't give you position.
No.
I know when I'm skipping, I don't like them to leave me the shot to play. I'd prefer them to get it.
Yeah, it's good when you're, as you say, when you're skipping and you have the lazy Susan game where you can just sit back and don't have to do anything.
Daniel Doyle, backhand side. A little bit of trouble here for Windang at the moment, and Daniel's not going to help it. He's wide.
That'll be nearly in the ditch. Yep, that's gone.
So they're 4 down. Chance for John Ingram to add a 5th.
Oh, you think if Windang win the end, Narrandera win the end, they'd have to go short.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of variation in the length so far.
He's punched that up. Looks good.
That's a good result. Daniel Doyle, 5 down. Is this the time where the skip does earn his money?
He's quick again.
Wants it to get down inside that green one. Well,
He took a bit of pain out.
took a lot of pain out. Is that another case of a little bit lucky or good bowl? Or a bit of both? I suppose he gave his bowl the chance to get there to score, so...
That's right, he made sure he was there.
Chance for Johnny Ingram, though. If he can just get down to that grey bowl, give it a few rolls.
I'll tell you what, he's got it. That's a great bowl.
Got it. Oh, he's a bit unlucky too. It's just caught on the green one. He's made 3. Watch that one again while the skippers go to the mat. Just another one of those rubber the green bowls, though. He's got that bowl very nicely, and you'll see it just sort of turns a little sideways and catches on their own. It just dribbles past that one. They're holding 4 or 5.
Yep.
As it is, they're holding 3, so good result. Jordan Taylor.
He's put it straight back onto that. Oh, that's
Well, he's got 3rd.
Yep.
Nevertheless, Chancellor Lincoln Gooley here really needs to take advantage of this setup. Add another one here. Just try and say to Jordan Taylor, well, I've got one left and I'm going to make it count. Just try and turn that pressure up.
If he drops down onto this.
Just needs to sit on it. Yep. Good bowl, Lincoln Gooley. Jordan, 3 down. Needs to just drop 50 centimetres or so off his previous.
He's played this. This is a great bowl.
Oh, no, it's not. I think they're probably still 3. Lincoln will change hands. Stay away from that last Jordan Taylor bowl. Has he got it out wide enough? Yes. Has he got the speed? No. Just not going to... Probably played a little bit of a safe line. Well, Daniel's not going to give up any more without a fight. That's 2 taken out. 2 Gary Ingram bowls so far. Now lie detector. Old school tape from Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh, metal one.
Probably his grandfather's.
Oh, the old short touch.
3 it was.
3 to Narrandera. Good pick up, good recovery.
Let's see what they do here, if they're going to change it up or...
Oh, Matt back to the tee. They're going to go longer. Tee to tee.
Yep.
Well, they did just win a longer end. And Dave Tyrrell, the lead. They played 8 ends. First 3 or 4, Dave left his first bowl a little short, so we're just trying to exploit that. He's played a few short ones, Dave. Maybe they're just trying to put that pressure on.
Has he been playing this hand? No, he's on the back end. Surprisingly, tries and try and change it up and maybe jump on the other hand. He's played a good bowl here.
Fantastic effort from Wes Kiley. Interesting, some of the UK spectators saying, does the outdoor season never end in Australia? Well, no.
No. We don't have snow.
It's a very cold day here for Ettalong. It's 13 degrees, apparently, according to the Bureau.
Apparently it was -3 at Wagga this morning, they were telling us.
Yeah, it was rather chilly. There was a bit of frost down there. They'll be underway, though. There are some progress scores starting to scroll through for you on our secondary scoreboard. Victoria used to have a fairly defined season where they did stop through winter. But the further north you get, the more favourable the winter is. In fact, I think once you get to the northern half of New South Wales and into Queensland, it's actually, the winter time is usually the better time to play. Much more pleasant. Grew up on the far north coast and played bowls through winter. It was very pleasant. Usually, in fact, I didn't like playing wearing a jumper because I wasn't used to it.
No, I'm not a jumper man. And then again, Andrew, we do have a bit of thermal on us.
Well, I was a fit young fella then. Well, it's a good start from Wes again. He's got one right near the jack. Damien Lateo's opening effort, maybe a metre behind, and his second one he's a bit tight. Going to crash. No, he's not going to crash. He's just going to pass underneath Dave Tyrrell's.
Put a couple more bowls in there and put Jordan under the pump. He hasn't. Last time was the first time he was under a bit of pressure.
Oh, he's played a couple of good ones so far. A few ends ago, ripped out a couple of bowls to make a 3. It was four or five down with a jack on the ditch, on the boundary peg, going the opposite direction. About end 4 or 5. Drew a good second. Inspired Lincoln to have a little run. He just chipped his own out to drop a 1. So Lincoln had a chance to rip out Jordan's bowl and possibly make 3 or 4. Got his own, unfortunately for him. So that's just those little rubs so far that gone against Narrandera. Maybe, though, that last end, it's just swinging back.
Well, over on that far rink, too, Matthew Thornton's pulled back to 9-6.
How many ends is that? There you go. I just can't quite see it. 7. So he's picked up a 3. Just updating those scoreboards as I can see them. Problem with 4s is too many bodies in front of him half the time. Well, Johnny Ingram, not too badly pointed. Daniel Doyle's second shot right on the line. Good home. I think Johnny Ingram's should be too upset with that one. It's good cover.
It's 6-7.
After 7
on the middle rink.
So Daniel Ellam's picked up a pair of 2s. 28-17. That's what Suzanne Tyrrell, manager for Windang, just touched it, not quite enough. Suzanne presiding over the scoreboard.
With a lovely blue hair.
Well, it's the Windang colour, so I think that's part of the reason. Get along very well with Suzanne. I've played against Windang and been at a few events at Windang, and Dave and Suzanne.
Just killed the end on the middle rink.
Lincoln holding 1.
Oh, he's got good grass here.
He wants to get down to Damien Lateo's bowl. Maroon and white at the back. I just wondered if Lincoln Gooley had borrowed, Damien Lateo had borrowed JR's bowls there with the maroon and white on them.
Yeah.
They look like they might have an Eagles logo.
Don't talk to JR about Manly at the moment. He's not a happy chap.
A bit of drama at the Eagles, so Jordan playing his forehand. I have to stop and think every time Jordan plays because he khaki hander.
He's tight. Is he going to get a slide off this?
Not enough. I don't think he's got the speed.
Nah.
I think sometimes you get a bit fooled. You think these greens are going to be a little bit quicker than they are. It looks like they should be lightning fast with that nice straw sort of colour.
There's a bit of cloud cover come over now as well.
It's still a good pace. I think it's just the one.
Be number one.
One to Narrandera. I think sometimes though your mind says, "Oh, it's running quick. I just need to put the ball there, just put it there out on that line." You concentrate on that line and forget that you do actually have to deliver and give good pace. Sometimes the opposite with the slower greens, you're determined to be up, so you push them too hard.
Yep. It's deceptive, the camera too, isn't it? Like that bowl looks a lot further away than it actually is.
It's probably a bit over a metre or so, and Dave Tyrrell will be maybe 30 centimetres a foot in the old scale. Just the angle of the camera can make it a little bit tricky.
He's on a good line here, but I think he's going to get here again.
It's just held in line a little bit.
That's not going to come back.
He's really just got out way too wide on that one. I don't think it's even going to come in bounds.
No.
Well, that's a bit of a shocker from Dave.
That's actually a funny hand, that one. You've got to take your grass, but if you get that fraction wide, they stay out there on that hand. You've got to be spot on. As you've seen, that one's cut the head. That's why I don't know why someone hasn't given the other hand a go.
I think it might be just a little bit of the breeze being funneled along the front of the clubhouse here.
Yeah, well, up the other end on that green one where we've got the building, it swirls around up in that corner and comes down.
We do have a collection of buildings around the greens and nice big colourblind fence at the end. Quite a lot of houses behind all three greens in this row. And a fairly long clubhouse right along two of the greens.
Yep. Good viewing from inside. Nice and warm.
The locals at every club will tell you that there is a trick to every green.
Good ball.
Great bowl from Damien Lateo. Do you know? Couple of corners of greens at my home club. One in particular. You're on that rink and you're playing towards the clubhouse on the backhand side for me. I take my grass line and then I stop and I push it out another 4 feet and then go that extra foot just for safety if the wind's coming from a certain direction. Because the wind comes in between the club and the greenkeeper's shed and just swirls around the corner. And you get to a certain point and the bowl just takes off.
Yep.
Daniel Doyle
That's going to be tight.
holding. Well, it's 2 or 3 there, I think, for Windang. Damien Lateo's, I think both of those count, plus Dave Tyrrell's one on the centre line.
The grass on this hand they're all playing is you'd be splitting that red line and blue line if you can see them on the TV.
Johnny's probably not out quite enough, but I think he's got enough to run into Damien's bowl. He's just rolled it up, so it's still 3. Jordan's just saying to Daniel, just try and get in behind that one. He's only got out to the next red line, so I don't think he's anywhere near wide enough. Depends what he hits and how hard.
He had a bit of weight on it.
Well, he's got the trail. Don't think this trail is exactly what they wanted, but...
No, it's just his speed that saved him.
It's not turned out too badly, though.
Well, Lincoln's played this hand coming this way the last couple of ends, so he should know his line. He'll be just under that grey bowl at 2 o'clock.
Looks to be pretty good to hear. Just needs to run it.
He's all over it. Great bowl.
It's finished very nicely. That one will be the shot. Well, down 13-5 after 9 on this Rink. He really does need to just claw that back. The other 2 Rinks, well, they were fairly close. It's now 12-6 on the end line after 8. So that's a 3 picked up by Rick Malley.
Middle Rink still 6-7.
It's that Daniel Allen won't change his scoreboard. Too busy thinking about real estate deals, I think. Jordan tried to chip out the shot bowl, just a little.
He's calling the change hands. I'd be so he just played a bomb on the other hand. Why change him?
The only thing I can think is they might be frightened he'll turn his own onto the jack and give it away. But everybody struggled so far to get the right combination on that side, so just needs to hold around those front bowls. Well,
he's made a mug of me. That's why he changed him over.
Although I think he's made Jordan Taylor's bowl a little bit easier. Might be holding 2 now, but that just promoted that bowl to be a little bit wider, a bit shorter jack high. So Jordan can play to sit on that bowl. If he gets the inside rub, he'll grab the jack. And the jack comes back, well, pretty much anything.
Anything back.
Daniel Doyle's
makes 2, yeah.
got the shot there. Grabs hold of it, sits that shot bowl, he can sit and stay, take one of them out anyway. So, again, he's, an inch off being brilliant and just got not quite the perfect result. Still, Jordan has to play it. He has played that reaching, so he's really pulled this one across. Going to get his own. Doesn't matter though.
Doesn't matter.
They've got 2.
And I think the middle ring's gone to 6-12 on 8, Andrew. I think they picked up a 5.
It says 6-2 on 8.
He didn't flick the 1 over.
Really do need to put the numbers on this launch pad.
It was a 5. It's brought them back to within 6.
That's the, did say earlier, they just need to be a bit patient. Try and get that worm to turn. They didn't get the rub of the green early. They can get a few now. Back to within 6. Matt Grogan. It is Daniel being lazy. We did ask the skips to change the scoreboards as well, just so we can keep on top of the scores. So we are in a New South Wales pennant mode here. We have sectional play. We have 16 sides contesting this state final series. 4 sections of 4. In each section, you'll play each of the other sides once. And they'll play those 3 rounds. They play on a different green each round. They'll change of the 4 greens here at Ettalong. 7 points for the big board.
Wow.
Bonus point for each rink one.
Rick Malley has picked up a 7 on the far rink. 19-6 on 9. That just nullified the 5 on the middle rink.
Well, Rick, of course, I want to say New South Wales State Senior Singles Champion many years ago. I know he got in deep into it. He might have been runner-up. I'll dig back into the
archives.
Yeah, well, have a look. Runner-up, 2012. And that would have been at Soldiers Point. Brian Fernando from Dubbo Rail beat Rick in the final. I wanted to say champion, but he was runner-up. Well, it's a little bit of a scattered head again.
Yep.
And Narrandera's got the best of it. Johnny Ingram just going to run through. So where's Kiley holding 2? The next 3 are all Windang. 2 Damien Lateos and a Dave Tyrrell. Plenty of room, though. Daniel still has a very good delivery. Was one of the top juniors in the Illawarra, what we'll call it, region.
Yeah, him and his brother Tommy.
No, Daniel's Daniel Doyle. I'm talking about here.
I'm talking about
Daniel Ellum. He was a junior 100 years ago.
Oh, he's still a good junior.
Yeah, Tommy's his brother. Daniel's probably the better bowler. He's paid me to say that too. Tommy probably better known. That's bowls wise. Daniel Doyle, of course, he won a few junior championships in the Illawarra only a few years ago. His little sister, though, currently in the state junior side. Zoe, 2 rinks down, leading up for Rick. Interesting here. I'm not sure whether Daniel got shot. I do favour that it's where's Kiley holding one with the Jack High bowl.
Yeah, the green bowl would be shot.
Still plenty of room, but you've got to navigate the path in there. Well, he's out in between the two lines, so close to the right line. It's to finish. Just going to die a little bit short. Well, there's plenty of traffic to negotiate here for Jordan Taylor.
He could probably nearly play his forehand wide onto the grey, play the cannon.
Make sure you hit the right bowl, that's all. There's two of his own, well, all three out there are his own, so definitely playing the hand where he's got the most traffic of his own, and he's tight enough to smack the Narrandera bowl, but nowhere near what he wanted. I don't mind the call here, deliberately play a little narrow to get underneath those. Because you don't need to draw a resting toucher to get a shot. You just need to beat your opponent's closest.
Well, he's under. It's just on his weight now.
Well, it's good enough to count.
So in. Yep.
It'll be two. Jordan wastes no time. He's out to about that right grass line. But I think he's just hurried his delivery. Going to drop short.
Middle ring is 10-12 now.
Two.
On 9. Andrew?
Daniel Ellum has picked up a 4.
Every time they seem to get within 5 or 6 shots, they kick away again, Windang, don't they?
Just having that happy knack of getting the shot.
This ring's come back well from 11-1 down to 13-9.
$42.27.
Old mate's jumped on the hand. I said they should be switching to. The bowl. Foot behind.
Well, there is a balance between persisting to correct and just ripping the Band-Aid off and going, well, you know what, let's try the other side.
He's going to follow him. There's another good bowl.
Pretty well down. That one's shot from Dave Tyrrell.
Taking them 11 ends to wake up.
Good thing for Wes, though. That one's jack high. He's in behind. Needs to make sure he's here, though.
Good line, just short.
Yeah, he's not building the head with that one. And that one is actually, could be a little bit of an eye worm as well. Not really in the way, but just one of those ones that gets in the eye and makes you play something a bit funny just because of perception. It's worked because Dave Tyrrell's gone narrow.
The end rink's now 19-9 on 10, Andrew.
So that was at 3 shots to Matthew Thornton. So there's been a few fairly hefty scores exchanged.
Is he going to hold?
Might be just enough to sit on Dave's bowl. No, he's going to finish jack high or just past.
Well, that's a tight line, but he's put a bit of weight on this.
Certainly got the running. Don't think he really wants the jack there. Well, I don't think he was heavy as I thought he was.
No.
Only gone through by about 30 centimetres, so that the very tight line.
Now this bowl is practically the same line, and look at it turn.
Yeah, he's under the... He didn't even get quite out to that red centre line the next marked across. I do like the markings here where they alternate red and blue. particularly in the winter, the dye marking that the greenkeepers use saves them quite a bit of work over a couple of months period.
Yep.
They mark the lines once and they stay on the green for several weeks. This time of the year probably lasts for two to 3 months.
It clears this green.
Wants the jag. Just sat on his own bowl through. Still one to Windang as Daniel Doyle makes his way to the mat end to play his first bowl of this end, number 12. If you have just joined us, we are here at Ettalong Bowling Club for the 24-25 season Grade 1 Open Pennant State Finals. It's round 1 of sectional play. We do pay a big thanks to our event partner, BCIB, Bowling Club Insurance Brokers. They're the people to see for all your club insurance needs. bcib.com.au. Just a reminder that if you're looking for all things Bowls New South Wales Open State Pennants, jump on the Bowls New South Wales website. That's bowlsnsw.com.au. Point your mouse at events. You'll catch up with all of our events. And all results will be going on to Bowls Link.
It was probably good he just clipped that green out the way. He can... Lincoln can play that hand now and look to sit the bowl. If he trails a jack of foot, he makes 3. Which is what he's telling his team he's going to play.
We do have a number of events open at the moment. You can access these through the links in the YouTube bio. State mixed pairs qualifying is on 1st and 2nd of November. Rookies pairs, they're closing very soon. That's 27th, 28th September. And the rookies singles on the 9th and 10th of August. And lucky for everyone who wants to enter the rookies pairs, that entry closes just after the rookie singles is played. Well, I think he's made 3. Lincoln Gooley, I think, has 3 shots there now.
Yes, I put my entry in on Thursday for the mixed pairs.
State finals for that will be part of the state championships finals 2026 July
down at Dubbo.
Yep, wonderful Dubbo. 3 host clubs, the RSL Sporties, which is Dubbo City's home. Great bowl from Jordan Taylor, was 3 down, not anymore.
And a knocker, great bowl.
And Macquarie Dubbo and Club Dubbo, the home of the West Dubbo Roos.
Which are here playing in the ones final.
A couple of big personalities in that team.
How's his line look, Andrew?
Oh, I think he might be just a fraction tight. Needs a bit of weight to hold it up.
Jeez, he just needed a foot of weight, didn't he?
Well, he wasn't tight at all. He's come back to the settle line. I think a nice, gentle draw. I don't mind Jordan changing hands here. He doesn't want to tap his own on the back. One of our reels from Anthony Brown playing a bowl during the state championships cracked the 3 million views.
3 million views.
More than 3 million between Facebook and TikTok. Sensational. And what a lovely fella too.
surprising. Windang's
Gonna go
put the
short.
short one on.
Okay, so camera 2, let's go up the green. That was 1 to Windang on this board. Be 14-9 after 12.
And the middle rink's 11-12 after 10.
So one further to Daniel Ellen. Third rink, it's 19-9 after 10. That one hasn't changed. Someone trying to say on the YouTube chat that the paint lines were made illegal. No, they weren't.
Started there.
Will Bowles has said that the 2 metre mark shouldn't be painted for the length of the green. I'll probably get myself in trouble with other members of NOAG by saying I don't really care about the 2 metre mark, whether it's marked across the green or not. Although Will Bowles says it's not supposed to be marked that long. I just don't see what difference it makes, but probably just got myself in trouble.
On 2 good starters here from the lead.
Yeah, where's Kiley? Oh, that one's come in beautifully. So change in length. Narrandera said, well, we're going to accept that challenge. Well, so far I've got to put Damien Lateo in having a pretty good game. He's made a lot of difference. Put a lot of bowls in good spots. He has been around quite a while and done pretty well in Illawarra Region Championships. Play at Taraji for a while. I think he might have played at Woonona as well. Not a bad effort from Gary Ingram either. That one might even count. Might just switch back to see the right one.
Probably a good home, that bowl.
Yeah, look, contact on the front, Gary Ingram bowl, Cannon's the green on. I think it might just shoot past Damien Lateo's maroon and white. I think the shot for Windang though is just to draw, probably a tighter line than that needed. Just try and edge onto the green. No damage. It's Dave Tyrrell's bowl. It's been turned in. And I think it's the same shot for Narrandera actually, is to draw. A little funnel there with Dave Tyrrell's and Damien Lateo's bowl. I just want to try and get to those. Past is good.
It's got a draw under that blue and white one.
Don't know if Daniel's got the right combination on this. It looks to be a little squeezed out. Going to end up in a reasonable home, but yeah, just a little quick for the line or a little wide for the pace. Or really, I would love to just sit that maroon and white bowl. And for some reason, my brain wants to call that maroon orange. I don't know why. I know it's not.
He's close here. It's a great bowl.
Perfect.
What a bowl. That's a replay.
Certainly is. Johnny Ingram Ingram. Nice pace on this. Wants it to get underneath the shorter Windang bowls. Gets that one perfectly and just flops in behind the jack.
Yep.
Exactly what you want.
Going big here, Andrew.
Oh. Well, only one option available to him with that sort of weight is the kill. Oh.
Play the same bowl as your third just played.
Well, Gary, you were suggesting that the Narrandera should go short.
And it's worked up to this point, hasn't it?
It wasn't them that rolled it short, but they're certainly reaping the benefits so far. Changing tactics from Windang, and it's resulted in Narrandera holding 3. I think he's going for the block. Not perfect, but might be just enough to just get into the eye and the mind of Jordan Taylor. Because Jordan's another former New South Wales under-18 representative. The two teams in this, two sides in this section playing next to us, Charlestown and Gwendolyn. So Gwendolyn, the local Central Coast representatives. Charlestown, well, they're the neighbours, aren't they? Greater Newcastle.
Yep, the new Platinum side for next year.
Yep, they'll be joining the TAB Platinum Pennant.
He's tied again. The blocker worked. 3. There's me short call.
Oh,
and draw for 4.
Wink and Gooley. I'm going to call this a free kick. This is one he has to convert. Might be being a little bit tough, but
if he gets back, has he got the legs?
Very close. Yep.
Oh.
Maybe not quite the speed to get there. 3 for sure. No, it doesn't look like it once they take him out, does it? 3 shots.
3.
I might be being a little harsh suggesting that was a free kick, but I think that one had to be taken. So it's 11, 12 on 10 in the middle rink still on the board. And 20 shots to 9 after 11 on the far rink. 45-33. Good start from Wes Kiley again.
Surprising they didn't keep it short, Andrew.
Well, it is fairly short. Matt's back, but it's not quite as short as the last end. We're right up near the end of the chalk line. Or the
one's in Narrandera in the middle rink. 11-13 on 11. Good line again here.
Yeah, we're pretty well down. Well, the score's just going to close up a little more. There's a count to Narrandera on the third rink as well. Very well bowled from Gary Ingram.
2 to Narrandera on the end rink.
Well, Damien Lateo, fair effort. He's just out of the count. I think that might be third shot.
pointed again. The lead and the second have come good on this rink. That's great bowls.
That is fantastic bowls from Gary Ingram.
Oh, he's stiff. He just got the edge of the front bowl.
Just not going to quite have the speed from John Ingram. Beautiful line. Daniel's on his way down.
The body language has changed on this ring, Andrew, hasn't it? The Narrandera boys are up talking now and telling each other what shot to play, and Windang's sort of scratching their head thinking, what's happened? We led 11-1.
2 shots in this rink now. There's still a little bit of a gap. Just trying to see if I... 20 to 11 on 12, 11-13 on 11, 14-12. So it's Rick Malley driving the gap at the moment. 9 shots the difference on the scoreboard after 36 ends. Just wondering if one of the boards is slightly out. The main board by the managers says 45-37. Somebody's got one of the boards wrong. But we will continue to go on what the scoreboards on the rinks tell us.
That's tight.
2 to Narrandera as this head stands. At least 2, I think. Damien Lateo's maroon and white bowl just short, just off the centre line, is third. Chance here for Lincoln Gooley, though. He can play his backhand. Just touch that jack back to their own. I think he'll bring the white one at the back end as well. John Ingram's. Just get that little touch. It'll make it harder to view for Jordan Taylor as well. Not only are you trying to get shots for yourself, you're trying to make it so that your opponent has a harder shot. You want to improve the head every bowl. It's not always getting shots. Sometimes it's getting protection. Don't mind with that one finished, though. 2 Daniel Doyle bowls and Damien Lateo. There was 3 back there.
Yeah, that's a good home. There was nothing at the back. Now he's got a bit of cover there.
There is might be a temptation, though, for Jordan Taylor to try and drag that jack back 4 metres. He is playing reaching line. I think he's too tight and going to get a little clip.
Slide. No damage done.
That one tentative.
That last bowl, every end, he's been short. This is a better line.
Got the jack, but it's going to just spit out the side. Oh, I think that's gone very sour. I think it's now 4.
3.
looking for the fourth.
New leaders, whatever it is. From 11-1 down. Great comeback.
Well, that rub of the green, it's gone Narrandera's way this time.
Yeah, it's 4.
So all of a sudden, that big board getting a lot tighter.
As we were saying earlier, Andrew, the lead on this rink here has turned this whole game around, hasn't he?
Played pretty solid to start with, just not quite as dynamic. But front two, certainly, they've laid a great platform over the last 4 or 5 ends. They got the better of Dave and Daniel.
Here we go again, another good starter. Perfect line.
Not too badly down. Just going to be matching that one without beating it.
Very quick on the mat, isn't he?
Oh, I just saw his reaction, the finger pointed. Whenever anyone gets a little grimace on the finger points, it usually indicates they're not real impressed with the line they've taken. The other one's that the body tilts. You're trying to tilt the green to get the bowl to roll down the hill or hold it up. That's a great correction from Dave Tyrrell. Gary Ingram. Just have a little ping there. Come to a good enough home.
Yeah, 2 catches there.
He's having a little ping again. He's got more weight on this.
Fraction wide.
It's not too bad a home, but there are a couple down now.
Be 3.
Johnny Ingram just wants to draw down to the shot bowl. I think it's important they get a good second here.
Yeah, good bowl.
Turned it. He close to shot actually. I think it's important for Narrandera, really. They want to score this end just to keep that momentum going. They're closing this gap up surely and steadily. Don't want to give Windang that little boost in confidence.
It's changed him over here, Andrew. He must be holding.
Yeah, be trying to get round his own down to Dave's bowl. Not too bad there.
Good.
Still is the chance, though, for Daniel just to Just arrive, little touch round the corner. You're not trying to trail the meter, you're just trying to get a toucher. Not quite in the right spot. And have we got to the pace where you're better off to play a couple of yards rather than try to be too delicate?
It's under.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get to Dave Tyrrell's bowl.
Yeah, he's trying to get to that blue and white bowl.
Just gets around and rolls it once is good. Even if he rolls his own, it's not too bad. But here for Windang, having a look at the angles, just nice confident draw. You give yourself a few chances. If you're a fraction tight, you get a straighten off. The Narrandera bowl is okay. You get a little touch is okay.
Yeah, well, he's better tight than wide here because, like you say, he can sit the shot bowl or slide off it. Got the catches there waiting.
He's going to go quicker at it. He's trying to get rid of it.
He's going straight for the bowl.
It's holding up on him though.
He's got his own out. Oh,
don't think it's done any
no,
damage.
it's still only the one. Don't be short.
Needs to get round that one. Not going to.
Does he look for the bowl?
Well, there is a hole there to go for.
He's going for it. He's got it.
He's got it onto the jack. And cross to his own. So a little bit fortunate, but I'll breathe a sigh of relief.
21-11 on 13 on the far ring.
An extra shot to Rink. 11-13 still on the middle. And they're not going short this time, Gary.
No.
Not quite as long as they wanted, though. You saw the motion from Jordan. I think he wanted T to T. A couple of metres short of that.
No. They tried once with the short end. It didn't work.
Just a reminder of our conditions of play. It's 21 ends played on each of the three team clashes for a total of 63. The combined scores of the three teams give us the big board, the master board. 7 points for that victory. In sectional play, 1 point per rink as well to give a total of 10 per match. The most points over the three matches will get you through. Top two sides go to our quarterfinals. We have two systems of quarterfinals in use. Or should I say we have two systems of semi-finals in use? Would be a better way to describe it. In each grade, we have Section 1 and Section 2 are at the same venue, and Section 3 and Section 4. Just at grades 1 and 3, Ettalong and Yamba, all four sections are at the same venue. So in our post-sectional play, the winner of Section 1 will take on the second of Section 2. The winner of Section 2 takes on second place in Section 1. And ditto for Sections 3 and 4. And when we get to quarterfinals, through quarterfinals to semi-finals, I should say, in the semi-final here and at Yamba in Grade 1 and Grade 3, the winner of Section 1 and the second in Section 2 will play. Whoever wins that clash plays the winner of Section 3 versus second in Section 4 in the semi. And obviously the other half of the draw. In all of the other sections where 2 venues comes down to 1 for semi-finals, the 2 sides that qualify from the venue that changes venue play each other, and the 2 sides that stay at the same venue play each other. So that will be the sides from Section 1 and 2 will meet again potentially in the semi-final in those grades. Do know there's an argument that it should only be the final that you reach to play somebody again, and in a way I do agree, but the has been agreed to be that way following the Interzone Sides Championship a few years ago, where the quarterfinal winners from Olds Park played against the quarterfinal winners from Grandviews, and the resounding feedback was there was too much of a perceived advantage for those who stayed at the same venue. They were playing their 4th game on those greens. The ones that changed were at a perceived disadvantage. So the resounding feedback was that where sides change venues, they should have the same background towards the game. So the 2 that change play each other. Can't argue with that. Ideally, you play all your quarterfinals at one venue, and you don't meet. If you do play someone from your own section, you play them in the final.
Yeah.
The only time where it wasn't all 4 sections at one venue where that happened, that I know of, is when we played in Tamworth. We used 3 venues. South Tamworth hosted 2 sections. I think it was Western North or Western City. Hosted 1 section each, and then all 4 quarterfinals were at South on the Saturday afternoon. Relatively short travel and spectacularly good lights at South Tamworth. So that was where we kept the basically section 1, 2, 3 and 4 each had a section a side in the top half, so to speak. Oh, Daniel Doyle's holding here, Gary.
Yeah, he was 3 down.
Not quite turned it up enough. I think it's not much in that. The live view, it's right in front of us.
I'd back the grey. Oh, yep.
I think it is.
$23.11 on 14, the far rink, Andrew. And 11.15 on 12, the middle rink.
So David Ivanoff picked up at 2, and Rick Nully picked up at 2. That's keeping it even.
Yep.
He's pushed his own bowl up. Don't think that one's made any difference to the count. Lincoln can play his forehand here. Or is he too wide?
Yep. He's way wide.
There is a chance for him to play a tight line here. It's his own bowl. Just on that red line. Turns it once, it's going to be shot. If it stand up, it's shot. Light green behind is his as well, so... I hadn't put one score on this. Oh, no, I've got 15-17 on 15. I've got 16 ends on this one, so muck something up.
Don't be short. And nothing for short then.
I've just adjusted that scoreboard to match.
We'll see how our live eyes are, Andrew. We've both backed the grey here.
No, well and truly, he wasn't quite straight there with the measure either, so well and truly in. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you're not quite straight with the measure. Roughy is goody. Well, Dave has rolled it back to the tee this time.
Yep, and the mat's right on the tee.
Yep. Might be. Just throwing your phone around, Gary.
Yeah. Holes in my pockets.
Please don't give me that sort of line. That's not a bad start from Dave. You're playing over maximum distance. You want to get one up and thereabouts.
Well, it's not often you see leads in Grade 1 play round the clock. Both these leads are playing round the clock now.
Yeah, well, they're probably just thinking it's a little kinder, those hands. $50.43. I think there's another score on one of the other rinks. We'll try and find that out. A reminder, we say it's 1 o'clock start for the next game. Oh, okay. There we go. Just corrected a little glitch with our ends. Dave Tyrrell holding one, Damien and Lateo. He'd be looking just to draw back to the centre line, a foot past, just to get inside that green bowl. Hasn't quite sent it this time.
$23.13 on 15, the far rink.
So 2 more to Matthew Thornton, and it's 12.15 after 13 on the centre rink. It gives us 51.45 after 45. So Windang, they still hold that lead. They're just holding off the charge from Narrandera, the Redbacks at the moment. But to say, I think Narrandera's shirts with the Redback on the back are one of the best ones I've seen. I've got a slightly different jacket on a couple of them. It's the jacket and the shirt are slightly different. Well, decent bowl from Gary Ingram. I think he's just out of shot. Get in trouble from my region counterparts for not mentioning the prawns for Windang.
Windang prawns, are they?
Yeah, there was a suggestion that they should change their logo from the prawn to something a bit more dynamic, but
It'd be a walrus, mate. Windang walruses.
The prawns, of course, very apt because prawns run around the lake there. There's a few people like to go and grab a few old prawnies in the Lake Illawarra. And did you know there's prawns at Edelong Bowling Club as well? Once this bowl, I'll flick across. There's the Windang prawn.
Oh, there it is.
On screen. They carry the logo around with them. I think that's tacky but nice. Makes sense. That's a bit of spirit. When I started bowling, I don't think any of the clubs used a mascot type to represent themselves. I think it's just a little bit of club spirit. Just gives you that bit of a talking point, so to speak. Bit of aggression here from the Redbacks. Just going to be a little bit wide. And of course, Edelong's got their own bit of a mascot as well. Hopefully that shade cloth hasn't been put too much across. I can get this middle camera right across. I can't get it that far. I think I'm right. I'm trying to get a camera on your mural.
On the big eagle.
And I reckon I'm going to have to use one of the end cameras because this one's not going to.
There it is.
Well, he's just chipped the grey bowl across. Home of the Eagles, Edelong. Now I've done that, I've got to get my camera back to where it was.
Well, he's cut it down to one by chipping that grey across.
Is there a chance for Jordan Taylor to make any more? I don't really think so. I think he's just got to draw a second rather than try and change this head up at all.
Yeah, well, if he draws under that two blues and he gets a little touch across, he can make three, which is what he's sort of saying. Can't look for the second shot because if he arrives on his own, the jack comes back and they're down to the green. Be looking to draw under that bowl at 10 o'clock.
So if you are looking for information all about the BCIB Open Pennant State Finals, jump on the Bowls New South Wales website. Yeah, that's probably turned it up for shot.
Yep.
You bowlsnsw.com.au, point your mouse at events. On the drop down, there's a state pennants, the second item down. There's actually 3 items to choose from, but click on the Open Pennant from the pop-out menu, and you'll see a little bit of a competition overview and then links to each of the grades. We have 7 grades of state finals on. We're pretty unique amongst the states that we do have state finals for all 7 grades. And that's probably why it's such a highlight on the calendar for New South Wales, is because whether you're the elite or you're the weekend trundler, like some of us, in grade 7, or a little bit higher, some of us, you got the chance to play for a state final against people graded similarly right across the state, and winning the grade 1 or the platinum TAB platinum pennant certainly is the aim and the glory. There's certainly no shortage of celebrations for winning one of grades 2 to 7.
They've changed the board down there, Andrew, to 18 all.
18 all on this rink?
Yep, 18 all on 17.
Well,
which marries up with the big board over there, 53-46.
I wonder what they've done with the ends. Because that'll give us 18 ends.
Oh, they've got 17. 18 all on 17.
Might just get that checked in a moment. But because that's on the board, I will change that. Which should give us 46 all up. Go to the title editor.
Windang picked up 2 on the middle rink.
No change in the third rink's score. As we've said, all we can do is report what's on the boards in front of us. Big thanks to our host venues across the state. And you will see scores coming through from those other venues on that second scoreboard in the top right of screen. Of course, grade 1 here at Ettalong. Grade 2 being hosted by Bomaderry and Nowra. Grade 3 at Yamba. Grade 4, they started a little bit later than us this morning with the Frosts at Wagga. They're at the Rules Club in the RSL. Grade 5 at Cabramatta and Mount Lewis. Grade 6 up at Charlestown and Lambton. And grade 7, North Haven and Lake Cattai. So across a whole heap of our areas. 8 regions in total hosting the 7 grades, because Bomaderry's in Illawarra and Nowra's in the southeast. Only a few minutes apart, but somebody's got to be on the border. Nicely pointed from John Ingram.
He's only going to beat this back bowl. He's just going to run through.
Yeah, just a little bit quick. I reckon it's a couple here to Narrandera. A little bit of room. Damien Lateo not quite as good as his previous ends. Where's Kiley? Decent one, but Gary Ingram's got that one right near the jack. You see Jordan Taylor just pointing at that green bowl. I think he's saying to Daniel, you're going to arrive there. If you come just underneath it, you're going to sit the jack or the shot bowl. You get the green one, it counts already, it's not going to matter, but you flick the inside, you'll probably get a result. Because you don't have to do it elegantly, you just have to do it effectively. Can thump his own. Well, he's got second out of that, I think. I think we started off with some more spectacular bowls. I haven't hit the replay button as often in the last few ends.
This runs out, it's going to be good.
Or have I just got too picky?
That'll be 2.
That one probably deserves the replay. Daniel Doyle, I'd say that very similar to weight to his previous. Just wants to slightly tighten up that line. He's underneath the red line, so he's got plenty of weight. It'll hold him up long enough. 2 to sit on. Needed another foot. As it is, it's a good third shot. Narrandra's got the best back. I do think if you do hit the white bowl, the second shot, I think that would catapult the blue and white onto the jack, and the jack would go out towards the left of screen, potentially out of bounds. Lincoln Gooley's playing his backhand. Wants to get underneath Daniel Doyle's last bowl. Can get a winner. Touch is good. Shaves past. Good home though. Matches Dave Tyrrell's bowl just in behind there. Jordan Taylor checking out whether he's 2 or 3. There's not a hell of a lot on for Jordan here.
He's got to play what he called his third. Under that grey. Yard away. Sit both bowls. He can make 3.
Yeah, I just think, though, if he just gets a scrape on that jack, he's not going to help. He's got to play either that, well, it's his backhand side, or go absolutely flat out straight at the white bowl, try for the kill.
Oh, he's going flat out.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. And that's a shocker. That's, I think he's sacrificed accuracy for pace.
Yep.
So Lincoln, very similar to his last. If he can just, I think if he can just get a little tap on these own bowls. Oh, he's played it pretty well. He's got the little tap on his own bowls. Made 3. Probably sealed it that Jordan will go bang again. Gone quick, gone close, bang, goes the jack, and it'll be 1 to Narrandera. One's better than 3. I think he'll be happy with that result. You see on the replay, Lincoln's bowl smacks into that.
If he didn't move that jack with that bowl, he would have missed. He just moved the jack enough across for him to clip it.
And he goes the big drive, gets the little clip. The green bowl goes out of bounds, and the very back one there ends up the shot. Well, they're not going to the short length anymore. Where's Kiley? Oh, it's probably not as good as...
Great bowl. Great bowl next door. 1 down, he turned it into 2 up.
That was Narrandera drawing a shot next door. A little cheer may have come through on our microphones here. We don't have any microphones on the green because we can't control that environment. Rather than invest in a bleeper system, which we'd have to be really quick with.
Oh, it's going to be interesting, Andrew. It's going to come down to that middle rink. They've still got 7 ends to play. So if Narrandera can get up on this rink here, it's going to come down to the closest rink, which is 15-14 at the moment.
Decent correction here from Dave Tyrrell. He's going to drop near the jack, just underneath the line slightly.
The Rangers just picked up 5 on the furthest rink. make it.
That might even bring it back to nearly even. It was 23-13 on 15 ends.
$23.20 on 16.
Well, it's actually a 7-shot difference. They might have just not quite had the board right there, I think. That's 14, 15, 14 on the middle rink at the moment. Plus
2 to Narrandera.
2 to Narrandera will make it 14.
New leaders.
14, 17.
Yep. Narrandera's hit the lead.
With 13 ends to go.
Well, I said it's all going to come down to this middle rink. A couple of ladies from Narrandera have just gone outside and told the boys to fire up.
Well, keep doing what you've been doing, boys, I think is the answer there.
Like I said, the big turnaround was this rink. 19-18 in front after being down 11-1.
Well, they were 10 shots behind early on, and now they're 1 shot in front with 3 to play. We need our rink to kill a few ends so they're last finish, mate.
Yeah.
It's not. I cannot go out and move our cameras mid-game. Too many cables in the road.
Will they swing round far enough?
We can get an adequate cover. We can't get as nice as we have here.
Well, it's been a good fight back. And over there, Gwendolyn's coming back. They're behind 43, 49 now and 51, so they're fighting back too. The Crabs, it's Gwendolyn Crabs.
Well, 1 shot in this big board. Which side's going to step up and claim the victory? You do feel Narrandera's got the momentum on this side at the moment. Windang were all over it early. Daniel's just sat Dave Tyrrell's bowl back. That's still 1 to Narrandera. Johnny Ingram, forehand draw, just wants to get in underneath his teammate's bowl. Got to beat the Jack High bowl to the right of screen, the maroon and white. Damien Lateo's bowl. Slightly under the line here. Wants to straighten off Dave Tyrrell's. Got the little slide. Not enough. Still 1 to Narrandera. Well, or is it?
Water dividers come out. Windang saying the Holden won. A bowl at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's rather deceptive, isn't it? No. The path in is a little bit obstructed. That's the thing. That green bowl out to the left of screen is just in the wrong spot.
That's right on the draw line, isn't it?
So do you draw around it and try and just finish enough to count, or do you try and just sneak underneath? Well, he's underneath.
I think you're better off round the green because that's their bowl, the maroon and white. So if he gets the edge of that and rolls it in, it'll count. Or the inside edge, he flops in and counts. Because as you know, if under that green, it's going to take off.
You're probably not too bad if you just sneak underneath and you try and split the maroon and the jack on the right-hand side. That you know you're going to finish narrow.
Yep.
Again, you don't have to draw a resting touch. You just have to draw one closer than your opponent's nearest. He's not too far off this line, I think. Just got to hold. Wants the jack. He's got the jack and got 3 shots. Great bowl.
He was up, Andrew.
Gave himself a chance. Knew he had the back covered. And he said to Jordan Taylor, I've given you 2-3 feet to draw a shot, but you've got to do it.
Well, Jordan's body language is not up at the moment.
Well, he's a fairly laid-back sort of character, so I wouldn't read too much into that. He's got the left knee bandaged. I do know he had some injuries a while ago. It's just out, I think.
You've got to be out to that blue line here. Yep, he's out to the blue line. It's all on his weight now.
Well, he's just got to get past Jordan Taylor's bowl. Done it pretty well. That'll count.
Yep.
Good bowl there from Lincoln Gooley.
It's too wide.
Well, we did tell the players, remember when you get up in the bank that there's a camera there. They did signal, don't know how many. It's a
3.
3.
Yep.
It's gone to 22, 18 after 19 ends. Middle Rink scoreboard still shows 14-17 after 15.
To give it to Matthew Thornton's Rink too. They've
23-20 after 17.
Yep. They fought back too. They were down a long way early.
Yeah, so they put the score up before without adding the end on. So if I press 1 and then -1, I fixed it. Our little scoreboard app has a nice little control pad which adds the end on when you do add a score on. So if you get one end too many, you can't fix it. If you get one shot too many, you have got a nice little -1 button to adjust. That's handy sometimes. So to add an end on when they didn't do it, press 1 and -1. You got to learn how to cheat sometimes. It's 55-59. Narrandera now 4 shots in front. 51 ends. 52 on my board. 51 on the master board. And we've got 17, 15 and 19.
Yeah, it's 51.
What's going on?
19, 15, 17.
32, 51. I can fix that.
Jeez, that held.
It might have been an operator error on that scoreboard. Don't know.
1 to Windang on the end rink. 24-20 on 18.
Oh, Gary Ingram just going to slide past. Where's Kiley's got a couple in there. I don't know. Damien Lateo. He's got one just in behind. I can't tell whether it's shot or third shot. He can remove all doubt by getting a toucher.
1 to Windang on the middle rink, Andrew. This will flop in off the shot.
Yep, has done that pretty well. Well, every shot counts now.
To the diff, 10 ends to go.
Well, every shot counts every end. I always think that's a silly statement. Oh, they really count now. But what it is that it's a pressure valve. You're just shifting the pressure or easing the pressure, building your confidence with a shot or a drop shot. You want to go into that last end with the momentum. I'd rather go into the last end 10 shots in front and not have to rely on it, but Doyle.
Going to back cut it in for shot.
Well, he might have just flopped it over to count. Good thing, though, for...
If he could sit that maroon and white here, he can nearly sit and stay for 4.
Well, very importantly, though, he really wants to get in between the maroon and white and the jack. Hasn't done that. Daniel Doyle just needs to get the right grass, get a touch of 3 or 4 inches. You could make 3 here for Windang. I don't think he's going to do it with this one. I think this one's got a bit of racing on it. Yeah, pushed it. That one's now 2 feet past the jack, so definitely a little bit speedy. Might not have been a bad speed if you're trying to push the green through and stay. Lincoln Gooley, I think for Narrandera, he's got to play backhand side. Draw the centre line, finish behind. Anything from 5 centimetres to 35 centimetres. Is covering up those 2 maroon and white bowls behind the jack. Very tight line. Doesn't want to drag the jack. Well, he's actually played it a bomb. It didn't turn as much as I thought it would out there. So Jordan. A little bit of pressure here. He'll play, I reckon he's got to play his forehand. But the good thing for Jordan here is those 2 bowls, he can afford a slightly tight line with a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
So try to reach. If you get the flick off the green bowl short, it almost runs you onto the jack. And sit and stay on the Lincoln Gooley bowl.
Oh, he's in the area.
Wants the white. Wants it
Gonna
straight
go the
back.
Wrong way. Oh.
Still 1 down. Just got too much of it. I think he needed one of those 2 bowls first. You get one of those 2 bowls first, it just pushes you straight down the line, and the drag goes back towards your own instead of getting catapulted off across to the left. A little bit tentative in the approach here. So Jordan Taylor, 1 down. Hasn't really got an attacking option here either.
He's got the best back. There's a bowl right on the edge of the bank.
Danger here is, though, if he goes big and gets the white bowl onto his own, it can catapult across, take both of his closest ones out. Probably going to cost him 1, maybe 2 more.
Well, he just had a look at the big board then. Like you say, Andrew, this might be one of them ends where you're happy to drop 1. Not happy, but
well, it might
like
be.
I said, if it goes sour.
Might be that you back yourself to get the shots over the next few ends. But from 11-1 up, they're now 22-18 down, Windang. So they've 7-21 in the last back half of this game. Momentum all with Narrandera. Love to just get the shot here, just to go into that last end with a bit of confidence. He's going to go bang.
Big.
Well,
he's made about 3.
2 shots.
That's a gutsy bowl, great bowl. I think that's a replay.
And all square on the big board. Well, here we go. Line it up and go bang. Flicked them through, made a couple. And we're going the longer end again. Last end on our feature rink. No more scores on the other 2 rinks, so 59 apiece, 54 played. Going to have to try and do the next rinks. Problem with 4s though, very difficult to view the heads. Watch the bowl coming down.
Going to cut away. Short.
I'll just got the inside come in. Still plenty of room. I mean, that one's probably 30, 40 centimetres behind. Looks a lot closer on our camera. Just a reminder, we will have another game for you this afternoon. We've got the Roos and the Gators.
Big good game. I think the TV game is Adam Jeffrey and Mr. Farrell from West Dubbo.
A former Australian legend. And we've got the big man himself. Like I christened the biggest man in bowls in Dubbo, Anthony Brown. Great sense of humour. Nice fella, Anthony.
Well, Daniel Ellen was 1 down on the centre rink and ripped the bowl out to make 3.
Huge result then.
And they're still looking. They're measuring for 4.
Yeah, Glenn Taylor. I still haven't forgiven Glenn Taylor. I played against Glenn in the Illawarra Champion of Club Champions singles at my home club on a day where it was blowing an absolute gale. Glenn has played a hand I could not play. I couldn't play the narrow hand because my bowl just kept going out of bounds. Even if I played deliberately under the line, like playing the wrong bias, it would blow back and then blow out of bounds. Glenn's played one and picked up the jack and got a 4. Beat me to 27.
One to Narrandera on the far rink, 24-21 on 19.
And 18 to Windang in the middle. 17 after 17. Little chip on that jack. Now 1 to Daniel Doyle. maybe 2 to
2, I'd say.
Windang.
Yeah. Went sour.
Those little 50-50s of luck. They started off with Windang, then they turned around. Maybe they're coming back again. That's a good bowl from Daniel Doyle. Windang just 2 in front. 7 ends left to play.
I was going to say, I'd be looking at the jack here. He's in there, he's just going to be a fraction wide.
Oh, he scared it.
Yep.
It'd be a great basketball shot. Straight through the gap. Aussie rules, he'd be both arms going.
6 points.
Unfortunately, for Narrandera, nothing but air is no good for them there. Once again, the army of volunteers here at Ettalong in action this morning. Players getting a traditional bacon and eggs rolls feed. They're out doing the lunches now as well.
It's a good bowl.
And big redevelopments on the cards here for Ettalong.
Yeah. Starting in January.
Close with this.
Oh.
Got rid of a couple of bowls. Yeah. I think he might have moved the maroon one out to not count as well. Still 1 to Windang, and you'll see Jordan just wandering back. Don't think that's poor body language.
No,
I think it's just Jordan.
Board. He's playing the big board. He's slowing it down.
I do know he was fairly badly injured in a crash a few years ago. I don't think the big speed happens anymore.
He's close again here. Just going to run out of legs.
Well, plenty of instructions. Let's hope they're clear and concise. You need to be absolutely playing one shot when you play. You might say, well, if I get it wrong, these are the options. But you need to go in with, this is what I'm playing. I need to play this weight, this line.
He's looking to play under the green. I don't think he's got the legs.
You see the reaction, the hands went up.
All 2 down, all square.
Just the one shot.
The one.
So 21-22 on our feature rink. Camera 4.
Three the diff with 6 to go.
We switch over to the adjacent head. Now, this is where I've got to do some funky camera angles, so bear with us. We don't get the best here simply because A, we're not straight behind the rinks.
Say Narrandera must be holding because he's asked to draw just behind. That's where his foot was.
Dan Ellum on the mat.
Gonna get it straight now.
The pink bowls are Daniel Ellum's.
He's coming down just to sit inside Daniel. Oh, good bowl. Unlucky.
Yep, I did get that head in the picture, but just got to rely on people not standing in the way. And we have to forgive them on these rinks because we are at oblique angles and they're not expecting us there. So that looks like one shot to Narrandera as that head stands. Just see the inset. Daniel Ellum's gone big
and killed it. One through Narrandera on the far rink, Andrew.
Entry 24, 22 on 20. Okay, now I'll try and get us another angle. Okay, now.
All here. Still one to Narrandera with the green bowl. Good line coming down if he's up. Foot away. Very close here, onto his own. Yep. Made two. Two, possibly three. Wide and heavy.
$63.61 the score. 5 ends left to play. 4 of those on this rink.
Doesn't want to move the jack. It's a great bowl.
Well, he's sat on his own.
Yep.
Be holding 2 or 3 there.
2 or 3. Definitely 2, maybe 3.
Can't really get decent angles here, just with the way the cameras are positioned. Because we're a good 3 metres off centre. Well, good 4.5 metres actually. And they are right on the tee.
Your mate's close here if he gets a slide. Oh, he got the slide, but just a fraction more weight. Still 1 to Narrandera. High fives on the next rink from Narrandera.
It's going to be a little wide. That's down to pretty close to county.
Yeah.
Glenn Taylor
He needs the wind, Andrew.
just needs 20 centimetres on his last bowl. Not too far away. Wants to flop that one. He's
A fraction wide.
just put a little bit too much on it. That weight actually with half a foot less grass, a couple of bowls less grass would have been perfect. Giving this one a chance as well. Just going to hang. Not a bad home.
Daniel's under the pump again here.
2 shots in it. Narrandera holding on this rink. They were high-fiving on the other rink.
And there's big discussions going on over there.
And they're looking, and thing is, guys, they're playing 18 here. You're playing 21. You're just going to have to play your shot. Back your teammates to get you home on this rink.
That's going to duck away.
He was just trying to play that little bit of a reach. Slightly tight line's okay if you get onto Glenn Taylor's black and white bowl at the front of the head.
He doesn't want to give him anything to work off here.
Gopher.
That's a great bowl. Oh.
Just fell short.
Yeah, come up short.
Need to get Gopher to move. Need someone to bang on the window and Gopher, shift your bum. Not going to disturb them.
Daniel's going to come down and have a look.
Oh, I did just bang on the window, give go for the message. Also, he was the bowls coordinator at Windang for quite some time, Gopher. Did a pretty good job. I think he's enjoying a retired life now.
We're having another team talk over in the next ring. I think the Ranger's one down. Probably saying, do we take the one?
Well, what are they holding here?
Oh, I think that's the ploy. I see what Daniel does. He's on a better line.
Is he going to get back? I think he's quick.
Yeah. Just a fraction heavy.
Well, the heavy mightn't have been too bad if he was tight, but...
Well, if they're holding two here, I'd take the one on that other rink if there's any danger. Put some one in front on the big board.
David Ivanoff, his last bowl's very close to counting. Just needs to just get inside his last bowl. Oh, he's watching it. His teammates are watching it.
He doesn't want to roll that black and white one.
He's not going to. He's going to draw another shot. Great bowl. Oh, no, he hasn't got there. Now, is it one? Is it two? Is it three?
Now they've called the skip from this rink across to the other rink, saying, what do we do?
I'll pull a measure out. They're not going to change position while you're looking at them. Taking two.
Well, they're going to play it in the other rink.
Two to David Ivanoff.
They're all scared, square. He's still talking over here. Will I play it or won't I play it? Any danger you don't play it.
Oh, I haven't given him enough shots there.
He's going to play it.
There we go. That's correct now. All right.
One to Windang.
So we've got 3 ends to go, and Windang lead by 1. Jack on this rink is just in the shadow near the black bowl there. And Duncan Spencer, the lead for Narrandera. just drew the shot. Jeff Walker now on the mat for Windang. Daniel Allen was not looking real excited with this one. That's why it's dropping short. Jack Harrison, second for Narrandera.
Oh, he's not short.
Wants this to run. David's signalling it, trying to get it across.
No count.
Yeah, there'll be 2 to Narrandera at this point. Gopher's second bowl. Needs to come up with the Gopher draw, which is, of course, 2 or 3 feet through.
Short again.
Poor old fella. Peter Durnan now on the mat. This first game really does set your platform. You win the first one.
Yep.
You're on the springboard. You're leading at that point. You still need to go on and do your work in the next 2 games. But as we said, the trick is to get to that knockout stage. You've got to finish top 2. Pretty much you've got to win at least 2 games. You win all 3, you're definitely in. You win 2, you're probably in. And the exception is, of course, if it's 2 wins each. 3 sides, you can be a bit unlucky.
Tight going down.
Peter Durnan. Glenn Taylor on his way down now. For those wondering, Glenn Jordan, yes, they are related. Glenn's actually Jordan's dad. Glenn, at least he was, I'm not sure what he's doing now, greenkeeper.
He's in the area. Found the hole again.
Well, is it the rub of the green evening itself out at the end of the game? Don't know. So the grade 4 progress scores coming through. They're on that late 40s in the ends. They did start just a little bit later than us. Grade 4 being played at Wagga Rules, Wagga RSL Club. A message through from our staff team that there'd be slight delay in their start due to frost. A pretty cool start in Wagga. It was rather fresh here this morning as well, but not quite that cold. Daniel Allen, skipper for Windang.
He's got good grass. It's all on his weight now. He's played some saviours, hasn't he, today?
Oh, big cheers there. High fives from Zoe Davies. Bit of a height difference between Zoe and Daniel. I can tell you, Daniel was a number 2 state pennant champion in about 2002 with the Oak Flats Cyclones at the time.
Cyclones.
Yep, that's what they were at the time. It was,
His brother played there as well. That
that time.
Yeah.
That was a rather impressive side to play against.
This is close, is it? Oh, he's found the gap.
I had the pleasure of playing against his brother 3 times in the one Pennant season.
Got beat 3 times.
No, we won one of those rinks. we got beat 3 times, yes, by Oak Flats. I think it was 14-11, 13-12 and 13-11, the 3 scores. Some ridiculously low scoring effort.
He's drawn 2.
Drawn 2. Well, I'll put that one into replay. 2 shots to Daniel Ellum. And Windang hold on. They can almost say, thank you, Daniel. Now I've got to try and find some more camera angles for you. Let's have a look. There's the jack rolling down. It's going to... Well, it stopped before the sand, so that's a pretty good start.
Finish over there. Charleston's beat Gwendolyn 59-49. Two ends to go. I'm back in Narrandera to pick up 3 here, Andrew, and be all square on the last end.
You just want an exciting finish.
Another good start. There's 2. See over on that other rink, St John's Park are leading Marimbula 63-48 on 59.
Jeff Walker on his way down. Narrandera holding 2. The green bowls are just about jack high. Gophers just... I do feel he's just run through.
It'd still be one green. As you look at it on that camera, the green bowl on the left is the shot.
Yeah, all the angles are a little bit deceptive, but
in the area again. The gopher. He's drawn the shot. I don't know why the skip didn't turn him over to follow him down and sit on the shot bowl.
yeah, might have just felt that he's playing the other hand better. We haven't really seen much of this game. Going to force Glenn Taylor to play the forehand side. I think he'll be trying to look to get just inside Gopher's bowl on that side. The speckled bowl looks a lot closer on the inset shot than it is. He's fairly good. That's not a bad bowl at all from Glenn Taylor.
That'd be 2.
$66-63. 2 ends to go.
Played a tight line. Better weight though.
Very close. Got. Oh. He scared it. So Glenn Taylor. Looks to be a bit tighter. He gets inside that speckled bowl. It's good. Doesn't want to touch her. He has got a well, it's probably not too bad. I think he might have made two. Gophers bowl the blue one there. I think that'll be two.
Oh, he's played good weight here. Perfect weight for the shot. Is he going to get down?
Doesn't want the outside of it. Oh, and he's punched Glenn Taylor onto the jack and rolled it in. That's 3 to Windang. And I tell you what, there's not a lot in that. One of the speckled Narrandera bowl at the back, it'd be all of about 2 bowl widths away, and they're still 3 down. David Ivanov got a decision to make. Going to attack. Really, he's got no option. He's got to try and change this head up. You'd say with 3 shots to get, you've almost got to score this end to give yourself a chance on the last.
Yeah.
And would you also be thinking at this time a draw's good enough? 2 wins and a draw, you'd be confident you'd get through.
You'd get through 2 wins and a draw, yeah.
Oh, don't touch. Just got to remember, I've already got everything set up. Don't touch.
Daniel's just running to put one round the back here.
We might try and zoom in. Camera 3 a little bit though. Just give you a tighter view of that head from this side.
Oh, he's playing positive. Don't know if he's going to drop. Trouble is
Daniel, he might be just trying to stay away from this.
Yeah, he's just putting balls around the back.
Oh, well, if he hits it, where is it going to go? Let's cover it up.
I can't see.
Well,
Narrandera.
I think what he was trying to do is just get in behind the 2 Narrandera bowls there in case that jack just went a little way.
He's got to go quick, the kill. I can't see him getting shot any other way. No.
Underneath the line. No fortunate glance. I think that'll be 3 shots to Windang. Close to it. 3 to Windang. So last end, and there's 6 shots in it.
I said there'd be 3 shots that end, but it was the wrong way around.
Yeah. All right. Now, this is tricky. I've got to think about which camera I want to use. Camera 2 will go there. Camera 3. Oi. Camera 2. It is a bit more challenging to find the cameras. And I'll just zoom that one out a bit. There we go. So last end of this round one clash in the BCIB Open Pennant State Finals, Grade 1 here at Edelong. Just a reminder, we'll be back in, half an hour-ish after the completion of this game. We'll be going on to
Grandview Gators and the
West Dubbo Roos, yep. A little bit of a lunch break. Also depends on whether Grandviews and West Dubbo have both finished already. I think Grandviews may have. I've seen a few of their players wandering around. A little bit of a scattered head here. It might be that just the concentration levels may have just waned a fraction. Narrandera needing 6 may have just sort of dropped the intensity a little bit, and Windang might have just had that little relief of 6 in front, 1 to go. We're just about there. Dangerous, but Gopher, good bowl. Windang holding 1.
Well, they certainly made a game of it, Narrandera.
Yeah, well, they were well behind.
Yeah.
Rink and Gooley was down 11-1, ended up winning 22-21. Daniel Ellum now leading by 4. Rick Malley was well in front as well and has only ended up winning up 25-22. For Windang, they go on to win this. They'll probably be saying, well, you know what, we started really well. We just dropped our guard a bit. We need to be better with our next game. They'll be taking the positive that they withstood the fight back. They've got Charlestown or Gwandolin next game. I'm not sure who it is. I know how to tell, but I haven't got that information open. But probably Charlestown would be the favoured side in this section. They've got a few pretty handy players in amongst their roster. One's just going to be underneath, so it's still 1 to Windang at this point.
Well, if I was Windang, I'd want to be playing Charleston. They both had a win. Can win that one this afternoon, be on 2 wins.
You'd be the only undefeated side.
Yep, in a good spot.
Then again, if Charlestown had a win, you take on Gwandolin and have a win, go into round 3 without any consequences.
Yeah, both on 2 wins, they both go through, yep.
Although, you see it time and again, you really want to win that 3rd game. You go into the quarterfinals strong rather than limping in. It's a lot of sides when they lose the 3rd match. They've been dominant on day 1, and they just start that day 2 with a loss. Just set the mind on the wrong path for the semi-final, and you go into that round 3 saying, well, we're through. We're going to finish 1st or 2nd no matter what. Your concentration levels don't lift, and you then have to lift for the 2nd game of the day, which is a little bit tougher than just riding the momentum in. I think whichever game you play, you have to go in with the killer attitude, and we really have to perform here. how big are the 2 bowls by Daniel Elam a couple of ends ago when they were down a few and he drew 2 shots?
Yeah, they were down 2, maybe 3, and he drew 2.
Got those fancy bowls.
He's killed a couple of ends too when he's been down.
Yep, and we have got camera angles that aren't great. We do acknowledge that. The option was, though, to go, well, we've finished our feature rink. Thanks for watching. Leave it hanging at 1 shot the difference with 4 to play. Do hope you have enjoyed seeing this. We do try our best. Unfortunately, though, if the cameras aren't behind the rink, there's nothing I can do about it. They aren't wireless. They are wired in. The wires are taped to the ground. And I actually don't have enough cable at the far end to get it across to that rink. Got enough to go to the boundary peg, but also don't really want to be running behind the rinks where players are playing and trying to move things around. We're just sticking with this to confirm the final result for you. Does now look like that Windang have definitely got this under control. Glenn Taylor holding 1 shot for sure.
2 with Daniel's last.
Yeah, there's been a couple of little changes there.
Just got to go and try and kill. But then again, you don't want to drop shots because it could come back to margins after the 3rd game.
Yeah, so it is 7 for the big board. That's the important thing. The bonus point for a rink could be as it is a bonus, could be a deciding factor. And then margins can also come into it. So win 3, you're through. Win 2, you may be relying on your overall points. Couple of shots to Windang.
71-63.
So they'll finish up 71-63 total. Do thank you all for watching on. Thanks for joining us, Gary Eggleton. Better than talking to myself all the time. But again, join us again in about half an hour's time for West Dubbo and Grandviews. We look forward to your company then. But until then, it's goodbye for